I'm so glad YouTube's working this time around. This is very good news. Let me just check the status of the dais, make sure the camera is where it should be, and it looks like it. Hi, I am gonna make sure I can see the chat. And yep, so I guess we'll get started. I can't see who's here right now, which actually makes me a little sad because I like to recognize some of the names and regulars that I see. Okay, awesome. Let's get posing. If you're here, I assume it's because you have attended one of my pose and chats before. Also, if someone has a better name for it, you should tell me because I'm not really satisfied with it. And you're a bunch of artists, so you're creative. So maybe you've got more creative vocabulary than I do as well. Sorry, I thought I saw a message. Oh, someone says hi. Hi, okay, perfect. Okay, you can help me come up with a new name. But again, kind of a rundown of how this goes is I will do a variety of poses, kind of gesture poses usually, hold them for about 90-ish seconds, and you can screenshot if you want. So you can work on it more, or you can just do these short times. And then you can also do a request for any pose you want. So let's do it. Where should I be? And I always start with my arms up. Okay, we're gonna go here. I'm feeling inspired by this beautiful sculpture that my boyfriend's working on in school right now. The model is beautiful, as I can tell by the sculpture, but she's got these really beautiful long lines that literally go from like her shoulder to the bottom of her hip. And it's just got like, oh my God, it's such a dynamic yet simple pose. So I've been thinking and embodying her recently. But also maybe my boyfriend's sculpture is just making it even better than it is. You know, you artists are always full of creativity and making the models look even better than they are, usually. I know that's true for me. Anyway, I'm happy for those who made it here on YouTube and have figured out this new system. It was kind of a hard decision because doing it on Instagram or TikTok would automatically just bring more people in if they're scrolling on their feed, whereas here you have to come and actually, you know, set time aside and go to this app. But then I know you really want to be here, and we can have a really productive setting too, which is cool. Yeah, I didn't host one Monday, which I was planning on. I don't really know, I can't remember what happened right now, but I did have a reason. But we've got 3 this week, and then I won't be doing one next Wednesday because I'm going to be participating in a 8-hour live drawing marathon on Valentine's Day. And it's hosted by another model, it's an online draw. There's 16 models in total, and they all get 30 minutes. So hopefully that'll be cool. I'm doing just a portrait with a corset on, so I'm not going to be nude or anything, but I think it'll be successful. And a lot of the proceeds are going towards a charity, towards displaced families in Mexico. So yeah, technically I'm modeling Wednesday night, just not on my YouTube. Okay, and one more thing is I announce when I'm about to break a pose, so you can have time to screenshot it. So I'm about to break this pose in 3, 2, 1. Also, Gregory, my boyfriend, is eating in the next room. Or I guess we only have one room in this apartment, so it's just right here. Okay, I have trouble seeing the chat automatically. Okay, there's only been 2 messages. I just want to make sure. Hi. I kind of feel like doing some seated ones. I should put my face not too close to that heater, or else I will literally burn myself. But am feeling this sort of vibe today. Okay, so this is pose number 2 of the night. Remember, you can request anything that you want. I don't know where I should put my head. But happy Wednesday. I hope people's weeks are going well. Mine started off strong, and then today I skipped one of my classes, but it wasn't really the end of the world. But I have a lot of work to do for the class, and then also I'm like trying to figure out what my next moves are in terms of modeling, doing this online and trying to continue with this presence or doing something else. I think I have to start looking for jobs that can support me a little more. So I'm going to be applying to jobs after we get off of this draw tonight. So kind of a chaotic day. But I had the gym, I did Pilates, so that's nice. If you've been coming to these pose and chats, you can see that I've slowly been upgrading the dais every single time. The lights are better, now I have a heater. I have more props close to me, like a staff. Well, it's actually just a broom handle, but a staff, and I have a pillow ready to go and a stool. So these are just getting more and more elaborate. Yeah, I guess I don't have as much to say today. I have a lot on my mind, but it's not, I don't know, anything anyone wants to hear, I guess. But modeling is often just my time to reflect and meditate on my life, so I just kind of let a lot of thoughts pass through versus, it's so easy to get caught up in your thoughts and get really stressed, and if I do that, I would not be able to model effectively because I would get too anxious and then my body would need to move. So I literally have to think of ways to slow my mind down so my body slows down. So I don't have much to share, but also that's okay, that's the state I should be in. Okay, I'm gonna break pose in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hopefully that was interesting. I'm gonna see if, sorry, the chat doesn't pop up automatically for me, so I have to come here every time. Could you do something really crazy like you're a ninja for a short time? Sure. What's a ninja pose, babe? We're enlisting Gregory's help. Oh, okay. Yeah, he showed me a good one. We'll do a ninja pose. Like this? Like I'm holding a weapon? Oh, okay, I just want to make sure I was connected. Okay, this is the pose. My hands are in fists, and I'm gonna look right at the camera. Thank you, I like these energized poses, but I won't offer them always by myself. I need to be asked, so this is cool. Also, I want your opinion. Right now I have 2 lights on me. I could take one away and create more drastic shadows if you'd be interested in that, so just tell me. It's strange to have a small group, but I like it. All right. Damn, I wish I could hold this pose forever. It's super cool. I think, at least. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna break it because I can't do it for forever. So I'm breaking in 3, 2, 1. And maybe we'll do another one. What do you think? Other leg. Really in there. Gregory is inspiring me.
You want me to?
Oh, he's just testing lights. This is like a punch.
Can you see yourself?
Yes, yeah, there's really good shadows. The reason I don't always have lights like this is because the shadow, okay, do people like this light? I'm sorry, now we're
Which one's better?
I think it's up to them. I think I like the bigger one on and the smaller one off. What do you think? Do you like it, Gregory?
I like it.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of a fighting pose, but we're gonna do it. One more here. Also, tell us about this lighting, because we just changed it now. I've gotten a couple messages. It's hard to please like everyone. Some people really, really love the lighting because I know other models that try and provide references just do it in the dark. So some of them really, really like the bright lighting, but some of them obviously need these strong shadows for contrast. And of course it just makes it beautiful and easier to find points. I think the true struggle is my legs are pretty much always in shadow even when I have full light on me. But I think I'm flushing my face out a little bit, but that's okay. Bye, Gregory. He's going upstairs to work on his game. No, I don't think you should do that. Can you?
Okay.
Thank you.
Just seeing.
Okay, I'm breaking this pose in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that was interesting. It's a lot darker in here now. Hi. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Let's do some more. Should we just do more fighting poses? Is that what we want tonight? I always kind of always look like I'm inching forward. I think the only problem with these poses is I so quickly put myself in shadow here. Not with the poses, I will maybe coming forward, but with the lack of light. Maybe I should just back up. Do I look do I look threatening or do I look cool? Another one with a rotation. Okay. This is kind of amping me up. I want to fight something now. Sneak up and attack it. When I was little, my dad asked if I wanted to take father-daughter karate classes, and I said no, and I really am sad I said no now, because I think that would have been pretty cool. Oh, I also released a new YouTube video today for those since you are already on my YouTube. I know most of my following are artists, so you know what a figure model is, but I actually get a lot of questions about, oh, so you model in clothes or you model for photography? So I did a video about the differences of fashion modeling versus figure modeling and how the models are treated and what it's like to get into the industry and how they actually function really differently. And I think I did a good job, and I made it different than my first video. I'm trying to improve my YouTube videos. This is my second one, so I would love if you watched it and gave me some feedback. That would be super cool. And I've never done fashion modeling, but I got some professional input, which was helpful. Okay, I'm breaking this pose in 3, 2, 1. Okay. See if anyone said anything, otherwise I'll do another funny, crazy seated one. Thank you so much. No. All right. Oh my gosh, we're already at 17 minutes in. How did that happen? This is when I remember that, like, I think the reason I'm so capable of modeling is just, I don't know, time passes a lot quicker than people think. Maybe I have to go full sideways on this. Okay, this is the pose. This is the pose. Can you tell I always favor looking to the right? I don't know why, it's just my go-to. Also, I'm curious to know who's doing this, who's watching this video from their phone versus their computer, because if the majority of people are doing it from their computer, we do have the potential of doing this live stream sideways and be able to accomplish maybe some more poses that are horizontal, you know, laying down or something. Oh my. People are always amazed when I do poses on my knees, but they're some of my favorites and they actually don't hurt so bad. But I think the longest one I've done on my knees was like 20 minutes. And I don't think I could go any longer than that. Okay, I'm gonna break this pose in 3, 2, 1. And let's see if I can give you an interesting one. I might just, oh, I see a comment. I'm watching on my laptop screen while drawing with a tablet on my main screen. Oh, that is a great idea and also good to know. Okay, I'm gonna do a back. I'm glad you think it's very cool. Thanks for being here. I know the crowd is a little smaller than when I do it on other platforms, but I don't really mind. Okay. Thinking about doing something to reach up here. Okay, this is the pose. I kind of feel like I'm in yoga class right now. I also would like to know if my instructions to get to these live sessions on YouTube are simple. Like, were you confused? Did you think that it was going to be on Instagram or TikTok? Just any input or criticism you guys can give me at any time is so valued. I'm curious, the person who commented, I'm sorry I didn't look at your username very closely. What kind of drawing tablet do you have? My boyfriend really wants one, but they're pretty expensive, no? Okay, I'm breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. Put a bit more pressure on my neck than I expected. Okay. I'm sorry I'm so bottom of the screen today. There's so much room on top of me, but I don't know, this is just kind of where I feel like being. Okay, this is the pose. Sometimes when I do really hard poses like this or one where my abs are engaged, I get nervous because I know I can hold it, but I also know the artist can see me like shaking or just like a little unstable. And so I think it makes them uncomfortable and nervous, but I want to do the pose and I chose it for a reason. But I think, I don't know, maybe I should look out for everyone's well-being and not have them worry about me, because I don't know if you can make art while you're worrying about the model. Definitely moderators of the draw should take care of the model and check in with them, but also if you're worried about the model, you're not going to be able to work and perform. I also don't mind being referred to as, quote, the model. Some artists don't use my name or whatever, and I know some people have a problem with that, but I think it's just fine and funny. And also it's like, I'm literally just a tool of reference and study, and so, you know, you can just call me what I am. Next they'll start calling me the body, the anatomy, the bones. The Muscles. I'd like that one. Call me Muscles. Just a reminder to anyone who's in here, you can request a pose at any time, and I will do my best to accommodate it. That is what this is for. If you need a vision to come true for your art, we will make it come true together. Okay, I'm breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that one hurt my wrist a little bit. Okay. Okay. Wacom Intuos, no screen. There are many tablets to choose from, so there should be something that will suit your price range. Okay, that's good to know. He does a lot of digital sculpting, so I don't know if that, like, full screen and sketchbook. Okay, nice. I have an iPad, it's nice to directly draw on the screen. Yeah, I wanted to get him an iPad just because, like, Procreate's also so amazing. I mean, I don't have the money to get him an iPad right now, but I've thought about it. It's on my list, like, my secret list of things that I could get him. But now I don't know what's best for digital sculpting, and I don't know how many people are into or doing digital sculpting. Okay, I think this is the pose. I'm trying to do more modeling and content creation than ever before. And my MacBook has always covered it. I love Macs. I think they're amazing. I mean, if you were to build a desktop, I mean, obviously that's gonna have more functionality, but in terms of laptops, like, Macs are powerful, they're very effective. But of course, as soon as I came to Spain and did not any longer have access to, you know, like a good Apple store or ways to fix it, it's been behaving really poorly and it's making my life here so much more difficult because I have to restart it, I swear, like every 25 minutes. And it's really slow and you can just tell it's working so hard. So I don't know, it's gonna have to last 7 more months while I'm here and then potentially wherever else I go. Also, every single day, like clockwork at 1:00 p.m., I get an email because before I graduated university, I borrowed a laptop charger for my computer because I was dog sitting my coworker's dog and the dog ate my charger. And those chargers are not cheap to replace, and I don't know, I was really passive about it to the owners of the dog, and so I didn't tell them directly that they should buy me one, so then they didn't, you know, which is my fault. I should have been more direct. But I felt so bad because their dog had ingested a lot of non-food items under my supervision, and so it was just like weird timing. So anyway, I've borrowed a charger for probably more than 6 months now, and every day I get an email of them begging me to return it, and every single day I just hit delete and pretend I never saw it because, yeah, I think replacing those chargers is like $80, and I just don't have that right now. We are struggling in Barcelona, actually. We were budgeting today because it's the 1st of the month. Happy February, everyone. Black History Month and the month of love. That's like perfect. Yeah, anyway, we are on a pretty tight budget, and Gregory's working towards his goals with no income. I don't have any job except my online work, which it's really hard to do this and make money, especially if you're abroad, and especially like, I don't know, as a model in general. So yeah, we are not in the best of positions. Okay, I'm gonna break pose in 3, 2, 1. I hope you're into backs today, because that's what I'm giving you. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I'd also really love some new sheets to hang up on the dais here, because I don't know, I would just love some other colors, like a black or a red or a navy blue. I think that could just make for some really nice background contrast. Also, these were like the cheapest ones I could find, so they're kind of itchy. But that's okay. I mean, I obviously can't use 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton. I mean, I don't even have that on my bed. I wish. I sound like such a prima donna, such a princess. I think it's interesting because I actually learned to model from someone who has made it like his life's dedication to teaching models and like spreading art. Unfortunately, he's like kind of poorly located in Wisconsin, and I don't think well, it's like a good thing that he's doing it there, because there's no models or not that much art being created there. However, you know, he's trying to bring it, but there's also not a market for it, right? Anyway, he's all about like taking care of the model and making sure the model's treated right. So when I first learned the first few years, I was so pampered, you know. His dais is like fully carpeted. Under the modeling stand, there's an air purifier so models never get sick, right? Because it's impossible to model if you are like coughing or sneezing the whole time. So he's got great lights, he's got a huge overhead heater. It's quite an amazing setup. His studio is enormous. It can hold like 30 artists at not a horse. What's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Like, wow, why can't I think of the word that holds up a canvas right now? That's horrible. Anyway, and that's just for that, and then more artists could fit in as well. And so, needless to say, I've been very spoiled in how I've been treated as a model, and that is not the reality. Okay, I will be breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. one. I'm also wondering how well you guys can hear me when I'm facing away from the camera. But my house is just one big room, so the sound kind of constantly bounces and echoes and travels. Actually, it's been interesting in my videos. Oh, another person joined. Welcome. There's a new AI voice editor that Adobe released that will, okay, I'm glad you hear me, okay. That will make it sound like you're in a studio, a soundproof studio using like not an omnidirectional mic right in front of you. And so that's been really cool to play with. And that I actually use that in my new YouTube videos, so definitely something to check out. I wonder if you would have been able to, now you'll be hyper aware and see that it does not work as well since I told you. Okay. Okay. Here's the pose. In good news, I'm doing my absolute favorite thing in the whole world this weekend, which I haven't been able to do since I arrived to Barcelona, which is I'm going horseback riding, and I'm just so thrilled. It's like a 2-hour ride with other people who know how to ride, so it's not beginners, so, you know, we can do more difficult stuff, and it's just going to be so wonderful to get out of the city and just be on a horse's back again. My partner and I recently purchased an air purifier because we have no ventilation in this apartment, and yeah, we were both starting to get extremely sick, and we didn't quite know why, and I think it actually was because of what was in the air, because ever since we bought it and have been using it nonstop, we both wake up feeling a lot clearer, and it's just been really amazing. And I don't know, I guess I would believe in it, but I've never had one before, but I think if I had one, my life would have been a lot better many years ago. I really like this pose. I'm gonna have to remember it to do it in person. I kind of just ad-lib all my poses all the time, but there's a few that I know that I really like and that will always perform well at a draw, and I think I gotta add this to my list. I think it's cool. And I think it would look good from all angles. That's a really big challenge, you know, if you have a dais with artists 360 degrees around you, that can be hard. I like when they're on 3 sides, usually. That makes it a little easier. But it is fun if I'm doing like a gesture session in a well, I guess it doesn't have to be a gesture session, but with a 365-degree dais, it's fun to just do a quarter turn every time, so you know everyone in the room is getting a front view and a back view. So it's kind of fun to just constantly do a rotation and see everyone and give them something different versus always facing front, you know. Oh my gosh, I feel like I can talk so naturally for the most part while I'm on live stream here, but I really struggle with being natural in my videos, and I don't really know how to improve it. I've always been awkward behind a camera. My dad is a professional photographer, and So you'd think I'd be really good based on the fact that I've always been around it, but no, I'm not a natural, to say the least. Okay, I'm going to be breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, we've got another new person in here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You all can request any pose that you are interested in, and if you want to make your vision come true. Okay. We're also playing with a little bit of different lighting today than usual, so you have to tell me how you feel about that. I think I'm just going to do something simple here. Should I have my head cocked, or is that weird? I kind of want it cocked. Okay. I promise to do a pose facing the left soon. I don't know why I keep going this way. If anyone knows of any good remote work jobs, they don't have to be great, just something that would hire me and allow me to work remotely, you should tell me. I have many skills, but my passions lie in modeling and making my own videos and horses and theater, but I need something. Okay, good. Yeah, my Spanish number just gets crazy spam calls all day long. I think when I answer a spam call so I can tell them to stop calling me is the only time I downplay my Spanish and I pretend to be really stupid, like I don't understand anything, because obviously they're not going to call me if I'm not going to understand a word they're saying. So I'm just like, soy americana, no entiendo, even though I can understand everything just perfectly. Okay, I'm breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay. Maybe one day poses of everyday life, reading, drinking coffee, etc. Yeah, totally. I could do that now if you'd like, actually. Do I have a book on hand? I have a theater pamphlet right behind me. I'll grab it and we could do one on a bench. And then we can also do some later. And then, yeah, but might as well if I've got some sort of prop with me, no? I mean, this is simple, but reality. Okay. Sorry this book isn't very thick. It's just the opera season. Because for Christmas, my boyfriend got me tickets to, oh God, what show did we see? Tosca by Puccini, which was really cool. Literally the only gift I ever want, more than anything, is just tickets to a live performance. They don't have to be good seats. You don't have to buy it for 2 people, just me. Just buy me a seat. That's the only gift I would ever request, ever. So he really nailed that one, which is cool. However, the problem is, you know, operas have captions, so you can understand what they're saying, because pretty much all of them are in Italian. But the captions were translated into Catalan because we're in Barcelona, and so, yeah, we really didn't understand a word of it until right at the end, like literally the last 20 minutes, I discovered that you have a little screen in the seat that can translate it to English. So we got to enjoy definitely the last 20 minutes when we could understand what they were saying. But yeah, before that it was not easy. And I was like, I think I like this, but I have no idea what's going on. I will say it was interesting though, because I've been in theater for a very long time. And I always say how different, I mean, everyone knows how different nudity is generally treated in Europe versus the United States. And that show actually had a lot of nudity in it, and it wasn't for a reason. No one was making love in the show or anything. They were just nude men, like, passed out on stage during, like, a dinner scene. And it felt so irrelevant. Granted, I didn't have the captions on, so it could have been extremely relevant, and I had no idea. But yeah, I was just surprised to see such open nudity without any warning or anything either. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. They also, as part of the set design, had these huge models, nude models, in portrait form built into the set, which was just beautiful. I mean, I think they were hand painted, and you know, I mean, they were like 30, 40 feet tall. Yeah, whoever the lead painter was definitely fantastic. But I guess they could have been digitally rendered and like edited to make it look like that. I'm not sure. But I guess so much of the experience I have in the theater is just still not quite fully digital. But if it's a professional touring show, I could be wrong. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna break pose in 3, 2, 1. Honestly, the bigger reality with reading is I'm probably reading on my Kindle most of the time. I think I'll just do one more with the book just because I don't want to hop out of the camera for too long and have to go get a little mug. But I will bring that prop for Friday, so hopefully you'll be attending on Friday. And I'll think of some other stuff that are like day in the life things. Let's see, is this gonna... Nope, that's not gonna stay. Fortunately, it's not particularly heavy. Okay, bear with me a minute. It's stuck under the dais. That's okay. I'll do one a little similar to the last one, except I'm gonna lay as best I can. I hope you can see my head in every part. I know my foot probably looks unnatural, all tight up like that against my leg, but I need to be able to fit it in frame. So this is another reading one. I also cannot read this at all. It's in Catalan. I like to think that one Spanish speaker and one French speaker equals one Catalan speaker. I'm thinking, this is the first time I've ever thought this thought, but what if a model, a life model, literally got to pose and hold a life drawing session in like a beautiful theater, like a beautiful proscenium stage where they're up there and the artists are in the audience and they get to draw like a performance. That would be super cool. But also probably a lot of the artists would be maybe too far away to see, but I guess if you only did like the orchestra section, maybe it could work. But how cool would that be to have like a model just be center stage, giving it their all, performing the best poses they could ever imagine, and then everyone's there in such a beautiful setting, you know? Sometimes I don't think art studios are beautiful enough to inspire what's being created inside, and maybe that's like invalid. I'm not an artist myself, you know, I don't draw or anything, but I mean, don't you just take inspiration from what's immediately around you? Of course that's the model, but I just feel like so many studios are filled with total crap, and if we just made them a little more beautiful, it would just be a comfortable and a welcoming place to the mind and the body. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I've been in some nice studios, but nothing that's like blown my mind, you know? But I also guess that most studios are like barely able to stay afloat. So I think I'm just daydreaming. Last week, my boyfriend and I found what we thought was a free orchestra, like a free symphonic orchestra. And I was like, oh my God, we have to go. I'm so pumped. And it ended up being a high school band concert, which is funny. They were really good, and they were specialty music students. But it definitely was not a professional orchestra, to say the least. So that's kind of funny that that happened to us. Okay, I'm breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Out with the reading for now. And we'll do like 1 or 2 more poses. You're welcome for this pose. Food pen, fude pen. I've never heard of that. All right. What do I want to do? if I can balance this. Okay. Maybe if I stay focused. Let's try this. You've just got one continual like triangle from my body. Ooh. It's one of those things where if you move your eye a little bit, it throws you off balance. Oh, this is a hard one. I'm just going to try and hold it for as long as I can. Doing this sort of pose makes me realize I don't think I would have enough balance to go like snowboarding. I've never snowboarded or skied before, but I feel like those people are, and surfing as well, they're just so good with balance. I balance really well on a horse, but for some reason it just seems different. Okay, I'll break in 3, 2, 1. And last pose of the night. Kind of want something where one part of me is extended. Oh, I see a message. I'll come do it. Could you do a simple ballerina pose? Sure. I'll put my feet in 3rd position and be here. I've only taken one ballet class ever, and it was my senior year of college because I've always wanted to be a ballerina, and I learned that I was absolutely terrible at it. I really like bar exercises, but in terms of actually putting choreography together, no, that is not a strength of mine. I see a message, but I can't read it from this far away. If it's another pose request or a change to this pose, I'll just do it a little extra. It was really cool though, when I was in ballet class, we had a live pianist the whole time, and he was so good at just, and maybe this is the standard, but he was so good at just coming up with whatever song or rhythm we needed. The instructor would just yell out tunes or something, I don't know, like a rhythm, and he would just build songs off of that rhythm. It was truly amazing. He's kind of a strange guy, but I think that is part of his genius, you know. Okay, I'm breaking pose in 3, 2, 1. Bows. My ballerina pose. Okay, I'll see what you said. A fruit pen is just a fountain pen with a brush as an ending. Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, that is 60 minutes of posing together. Thank you for attending. I'm gonna throw my robe on because I'm cold. I'm sorry I have so much going on tonight, so I was like a little, I don't know, less than energetic. But I appreciate you so much for coming. I hope to see you Friday or Saturday or any other time you're available. I generally do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays at this time always. If you have suggestions, you can tell me poses in advance. I will definitely look into everyday items and interactions that I have with the world and bring that to my next session. Yeah, if there's any way I can improve my content, my videos, anything, please tell me. But otherwise, I love you all and thank you so much for coming. Bye. If I know how to end this, I do not know how to end this. Okay.